The mundanity of Defense Grid made me lose faith in the ability of developers to build upon the classic tower defense formula. Popularized by Warcraft 3 and Flash-based gaming, TD games see attacking things, they don't have to be towers, bought and positioned to best shoot approaching bugs and monsters with ever-increasing steroid dosages. Destroying said monsters gleans some cash with which to build better offensive towers, with which to destroy more resilient monsters in order to build better towers to shoot even more bloated monsters, to build to shoot to build to shoot. The cycle goes on for a while until the final wave of bugs or whatever stop bloody coming and you win. Yay! It's brainless beyond the initial tactic of where to put the tower, and is tedious for many, as was Defense Grid, which covered the formula with glitter and sparkly shinies but did nothing to spice up or deepen TD gaming. For me, most TD games quickly get boring, but can be gaming crack when done well. Orcs must die! From Robot Entertainment is exemplary, and not just as a challenging and varied tower defense experience, but also as an entertaining third-person shooter in which you can cast aside traps and guardians in order to beef up your personal melee, ranged, and spellcasting abilities instead. Overall, it plays like a colourful offspring of Left 4 Dead, Defense of the Ancients, and Defense Grid. Fast-paced and horde-focused, but with more ways to extricate enemies from their limbs through personal and constructional powers. There's a running story about the Orcs' motivations that tie the levels together reasonably, and allows for some amusing lines to be uttered. The game is fairly thick with this pie-in-face humour that works, including animations of Orcs clutching their burnt behinds, and arsolic dances by the protagonist upon the completion of each level. It isn't just full of Orcs, mind. Robot have done a sound job of providing ample variation with enemies. There are your standard Orc warriors, crossbow Orcs, fast rat things that sometimes carry explosives, an assortment of tough lumbering ogre types, gnolls, and flying buddies too. The 24 levels are varied in tactical approach, ranging from idyllic simple corridors to convoluted but manageable labyrinths. They all look the same, that is, dungeon palette with a touch of castle, but anything else wouldn't make sense within the convenient confines of the story, I suppose. Besides, I'm glad Robot sank more time into the excellent variation in the traps and abilities, because here it excels. The player is required to heed the architectural layout of each level to best apply your various floor, wall, and ceiling attached traps, each upgradable, to slow, spike, slash, shoot, stun, squash, push, grind, lift, fling, block, explode, and pulverize the approaching hordes. Or you can personally shoot, stun, slice, electrocute, freeze, flame, and hurl them if you are so inclined. Certain enemy unit types circumvent certain traps, but nothing causes particular annoyance here. Revising your tactics by selling and replacing towers is simple since sell value isn't reduced from purchase price, as is the case with most TD games that are overloaded by arsehole bankers that sell you property but buy it back at half the price. Everything is easy to control and perform, the gameplay is fun and kinetic, it's attractive and distinctive with a myriad of potential ways to play each level, combos and kill streaks bolster earning potential, and 3 skill trees add depth to an already extensive list of options. Of course, what Left 4 Dead and Defense of the Ancients have that is painfully lacking from Orcs Must Die is multiplayer capabilities. You can compare scores for each level with friends, but you can't join forces to fend off a horde that multiplies its size by the number of players, and that's a pity. However, Robot Entertainment have promised that if they achieve success with this title, they will follow it up with a multiplayer version, so buy it on Steam for 1/4 the price of Rage. I award Orcs Must Die an Imperator Titan, and Sting, and whatever other anti-orc tools it likes.